PKA 640 may have Boogie. We'll see.
Do you guys look at TikTok at all? If not, you need to look before you.
No, I don't have one.
And like the next day.
Nah, I go on YouTube Shorts. I don't let the Chinese into my
so there's
purview.
This TikTok creator. I think she's on Shorts and Instagram as well. But she looks like what is that stupid Wreck-It Ralph movie? You remember like the girl that is played by Sarah Silverman in this film? Anyway, she looks identical to her in real life, and she works at like Starbucks and makes these lip sync videos. They're pretty terrible. But she had a video that went viral where she did her makeup in a day. She looks nothing like that. Like literally is fucking insane how transformative makeup can be. I mean, it can probably make me look like a skinny person, but the fact is like some of these women do not look anything like the way they do with the way they present themselves.
No.
Forget filters and everything else. You know,
Do you see the like makeup itself is ridiculous. Do you see that like maybe like a Korean or Japanese, like there was this motorcycle influencer that was like had a bunch of followers for posting pictures of herself riding bikes and looking all sexy and hot. And it turns out that it was literally just like a 45-year-old 50-year-old Asian dude with long hair. And so the only part of the video that was somewhat real was his long hair, and it came out without the filter, and it's just a middle-aged Asian man's face.
Zach, please.
And he had millions of followers apparently.
So as a motorcycle guy, this like caught my attention. He just posed as this like super hot, totally fuckable chick who's into motorcycles, which I think is a thing that happens in video games and in guns sometimes. You know, like, oh, she likes what I like. Isn't she amazing? Look at that. That's with and without a filter. Same person.
Yeah, technology.
And the Chinese age really well, so that's probably an 85-year-old man.
Yeah, he's 102. Yeah, I mean, hair looks exactly the same. The guy conditions.
He does
pretty
have
nice
pretty
hair.
good hair. Yeah, he's got a good hairline as well.
It's a good hairline. You know, I see this guy saw lemons and made lemonade and probably made a pretty penny from it. So I think this entrepreneurial
There's
spirit.
no way to monetize that shit.
I don't know what things are like in Asia. I've never been.
You know, who's the alpha male or sigma male? You probably know him. He's like he has like a 10-pack. He's not real.
Are you talking about Giga Chad?
Yeah, it's
Giga
Giga Chad.
Chad.
That's what I'm going with. I wonder if he's monetized.
He's talking about
Thank you,
Giga
Kyle.
Chad.
Yeah, Giga Chad is what I'm going with. You know, sometimes you go close. And
The Sigma male guy is the one that goes.
I wonder if Giga Chad was able
guy.
to get rich with his persona.
I have no idea. Is that a real guy?
Yeah, he's like Eastern European or something, I think. Yeah, Derek tracked him down and went to sponsor him, and he just doesn't look like that at all.
There's been like a lot of examples of that, right? It wasn't there one that went viral on Instagram, a creator that literally didn't exist. It was all like digitized CGI.
Really?
Holy shit!
And then like it came out that she didn't actually exist, and she gained followers from it. She didn't lose followers as an influencer. She became a more powerful influencer because people were just like, "Wow, it's kind of neat that this person doesn't actually exist."
I mean, there's an AI deepfake OnlyFans page with tons of followers. I was like watching a video about it today. Like I don't know who follows that, but it's not even
who's
real
running that
person. I don't know. You have a company running it. Like most people have a management company handle their OnlyFans comments and stuff like that. When it gets to a certain size, if you're going to deal with that volume and like still do like something to at least organize for you and be like, all right, you owe this many videos to this many people, and like, you know, categorize everything for you. So that
I saw a leak come out saying that like a lot of like Indian people were doing customer service for OnlyFans sections, like when you DM the girl or like pay to talk to the girl, then you're just like actually talking to some dude in India, and that's the most depressing shit in the world. Can you imagine some dude paying like $50 to get a dick rating from some girl he's obsessed with on the internet, and it's just like,
it is
your dick is very good dick, like your dick.
That's crazy. How much
this
does
is
a
a
job
really
like that
good
pay?
penis that you have in your pants, and I very much want to, to be stroking it for you. I will do whatever is necessary to make you come. I am going, baby. You believe me? you know, sexy to me. Jesus. And it's Hakesh or whatever his name is on the other line.
Don't stop.
Boogie. I have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So
He's my new side.
maybe 2 shows ago, something like that, you told us the story of how some guy maybe made overtures towards your wife or something, towards your girl at the time, and you gave him the mean stare, and he knew that you meant business and was physically intimidated and backed off.
Yeah. I was probably talking out of my ass a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely been
suspicion.
Yeah, there's definitely been instances where people have mouthed off at my wife, and I just gave him like, you know, an earful. But I mean, it's not like I'm ever gonna beat anybody up. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like you take a woman into a Magic the Gathering shop, people are gonna be shitty to her, and that just sucks. And
Really?
she loves it. Yeah. Like these guys don't know how to be around a woman. Some of these guys, and there's some of them are on the autism spectrum and shit. And so, like the probably the worst example.
Taylor's not here to defend himself, by the way. You talk about Magic players.
Worst example is we were playing like this group game, 2-headed giant game, and like I was head A, she was head B, so like all the decisions go through me. And then we were playing like my friend James and Seth, and like James was head A, and Seth was James B or head B. And so like this guy walks up and he's watching our game, and it's like, oh, it's so weird that you're playing the game for her. She doesn't even know how to play. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? And she's like, yeah, well, she's, you know, most women don't know how to play this game, so I'm glad you're helping her. And I'm like, dude, this woman, like, she drafts at my house every Saturday night. She beats most of my friends most games. She's been my friend Flynn like 10 games in a row. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, I don't know, man. Just like I've never seen a lot of women play. I'm like, go fuck yourself. And that's probably the incident I was talking about. But no, man, I'm not. You know, other than me just running my fucking mouth, you know.
I couldn't live without asking about it. I needed.
Yeah, I'm glad. Ask me anything. Ask me anything.
Okay, you talked about psychedelics. What do you take? Mushrooms?
So there's a documentary coming up that you'll be able to watch on YouTube on a channel. Mike Klum is the guy who filmed it with me, and like I've seen some of the clips. It's fucking hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really interesting. And we were looking for something to do during the 7 days he was staying here. And I'm like, hey, I know this is a Native American shaman who wants to like help me. And I don't know exactly what he wants to do, but he wanted me to like talk to him. And so we did 5 milligrams of penis envy mushrooms out in the middle of a forest on like this fucking special land with a waterfall and stuff.
You probably mean 5
grams. 5 grams.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
5 grams,
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying milligrams, but yes, 5 grams of penis envy. And you can see all of this in the documentary. Like I hope, I know he's going to include this part, but you can see like the handful of dosing and watch me eat it and everything. And then
How'd that go for you?
It went great, man. I died, which was, do you want to hear like the scientific or more like the spiritual?
No, I just want to know what you saw and felt.
I saw the fractals for the universe. That was really cool. Like the fractals that make up everything.
What was your environment like? Were you in a bed? Were you in a teepee?
We were in the middle of the woods, and I was in like a shitty lawn chair from Walmart, like one of those foldable chairs, I think. And it was near a lake, near a waterfall, and the ground was like super muddy, so I was like really afraid to get up. Thank God, because otherwise I'm sure I would have wandered. And then I saw like the ether that we all came from, and then I realized we were all the universe, and the universe is all us, and we are all intertwined, and we should be like not shit at each other if we could. And I also died during the experience, which was neat. And I'm pretty certain I know what death is like.
What do you mean by that?
I completely left my body. Like my body was in one place and my brain was elsewhere. My spirit or my consciousness left. And I pissed myself because while I was out of my body, as I was coming back into it, I realized I'd pissed myself. So that was neat. All of that's in the thing. Then the second trip,
the title.
Boogie pisses himself. The second trip was 2 weeks ago, and I think it's going to be my last. But we did a probably irresponsible amount of MDMA.
I've never done that. So is that a psychedelic, MDMA?
Apparently. Apparently, yeah. If you
MDMA, we're talking about
Molly or ecstasy
ecstasy.
Yeah. So it was actually
Molly's in college.
that was the one that made me realize just what a sensational asshole I've been over the last few years, and it really made me like self-reflect on a lot of the decisions I've made and a lot of the harm that I think I've done inadvertently. And but I think what it really taught me more than anything is a lesson that I think Wings needs to learn, which is I realized that I'd sought comfort my whole life because I had like a rough start, right? And by seeking comfort, I created my own personal hell. And that's a shitty way to live. So it's much better to do the hard stuff now so you can have an easier life later than it is to try to have an easy life now. And that's my biggest regret. And if I can teach people that through that documentary or through this fighting or through my YouTube channel or being on the show or something like that, I think that's cool. I think you don't have to do these psychedelics. In fact, I don't recommend it unless you have a shaman or a doctor or someone who can like walk you through this. Don't do this shit recreationally. Do this shit with a professional.
Taylor, do you have a shaman hat?
I could buy one, man.
Do you have a shaman accent?
That's all if you got the accent in the hat, then that's all you need. Because I really
I imagine I could just do Native American.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
The same. I am a medicine man, and I'm a future teller. And the future tells me in a few years we're about to get blown the fuck out by some people way over across the sea. They're gonna show up with shit that goddamn we aren't even close to. Avoid ways ahead on the tech tree.
The way you phrase that, it sounds like you've had some psychedelic experiences, have you? What have you done?
What he's done?
You talking to me or Taylor?
Yeah, Woody, or any of you.
Me, I've done two things. I've done mushrooms. They didn't have a name though or anything, but you know, psychedelic mushrooms. And under the guidance of like therapist and whatnot, I did ketamine.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that as well.
So the ketamine, I think, was 5 times. It might have been 6, but it was one of those. And that was a really good experience.
Can you speak to its efficacy? Like, did it help?
What was that last word? The hope?
Like efficacy? Did it help?
Oh, did it help? Yes. Yeah, it really did. So I've talked on the show before. So quickly, they give you a dose based on like, you know, your previous drug experience and the size of you. And then you take it and you say, all right, this is what it was for me. And what it was for me the first time was like, I felt it. I felt like I was happy and covered and sort of like on a warm slip and slide as I sort of got together with my thoughts. And there was no second guessing. All of my thoughts, everything that I was thinking was right, according to me. You know, it's like, these are the realizations. This is what Colin needs. This is what Jackie needs. This is what fills my bucket. These are the things that I was trying to work out. And there was no, but that doesn't happen on ketamine. And ketamine, all your ideas are genius. And afterwards, I wrote them down and everything. And I told her, hey, it worked. And I felt it. It was a good vibe. But kind of like if you're a little drunk and then your parents come downstairs, suddenly you're like not drunk, you can push it down. It's like, I don't want to be able to push it down. I want to be so drunk that it's like, Mom, I'm so drunk. That's where I want to be. So they nearly doubled my dose. I want to say, don't get caught up on the numbers, but maybe it went from like 250 to 400, like something like that. And then the next 4 or 5 trips were that much more hardcore, and every one of them was a positive experience. And thumbs up. Expensive. I think I paid $1,200 for 6 trips.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
A hit of acid's $10.
I mean, mine was free, so it can't be free.
A hit of acid's $10, but like where I am, one, I have no idea where I could find acid. And 2, if I did, I don't have like a friend group to be the tour guide to tell me what a dose is, what to expect.
I bet you know a guy who rides recklessly who probably could take care of you there.
Yeah, actually, a lot of my motorcycle friends aren't super local. They're like 6 hours away.
So you didn't get. Never mind. I want to do DMT. That's what I want to do so goddamn bad. Acid is fun. If I could do acid twice, 3 times a month, maybe even, I would. I think 1 time a month is what I read. Like you're supposed to do. But I would love, or like the most you're supposed to do. I would love to do DMT. I want to go on that scary fucking elf finding trip, man. I want to see beings and I want to commune with them, and I want to take a huge dose the first fucking time. I see those people pussing out and like hitting that vape, like no, we're going deep.
Maybe we won't. Either way. What's new with you guys? How you doing?